And it is time once again for...
The Horror Guys!
Yay!
Episode 342 of The Horror Guys. I am Kevin.
I'm Brian.
And we're going to talk about some horror movies.
How many?
5 horror movies.
5 and 5.
5 and 5. 5 shorts and 5 movies.
And I think they were mostly good this week.
We have some mostly fine entertainment.
Okay, mostly.
Yes, a majority this week.
Well, what do we have?
We have the brand new one, Bring Her Back, that just hit streaming.
Uh-huh.
And the also brand new Hotspring Shark Attack.
Oh, my.
Japanese classic. Just released, and it's already a classic. And then we're going to watch a couple older films. Border from 2018 and Cure from 2017. And then we're going to go back in time to 1943 and see Bela Lugosi be the Ape Man.
Okay.
And that's
Bela Lugosi.
And that's our movies. Yeah.
What is it with Bela
And then 5
Lugosi and
shorts.
apes? He was in like in 5 or 6 different monkey movies.
I guess
that was scary back then.
Somebody looked at him and said, "You look like an ape. you could be scary."
He could be.
Yeah. Well, apes were unknown, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the 40s when no one had seen a gorilla before.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't tell the difference between a gorilla and a man in a monkey suit. Well, if you know the man from the monkey suit, you should check out Horror Monthly, issue number 46, which is available now.
All right.
Just hop on over to horrormonthly.com and pick up the latest issue or any of the other 46 issues in paperback or EPUB. Read it right there in your Kindle. Read it right there in your Kobo.
Or get a paperback version. Read it everywhere.
You could do that. That's crazy talk.
Everywhere there's light.
That's right. HorrorMonthly.com, where the finest horror monthly magazine is sold.
But first.
But wait, bring her back. 2025, directed by Danny Philippou and Michael Philippou. Written by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinzman. Stars Billy Barratt, Sally Hawkins, and Mischa Heywood. Hour and 44 minutes. And there's a trailer in the show notes.
And this is the guys that brought us Talk to Me recently.
All right.
Yeah. And they mentioned that it's in the same universe, but it doesn't matter.
And if you read the reviews anywhere, everybody's all saying, "Oh, it's the best horror movie of the year." And I'm like, okay, it's all right.
It was very good.
I liked it.
Yes, we liked it. It was strange.
Yeah, it's not going to win any records, though.
I'm going to say, after a disturbing warning, this takes a while to get to the horror. I'm giving the spoiler-free synopsis. It builds nicely as things get stranger and more unsettling. Takes some time to figure out what's really going on, too. I thought the casting was spot on, and the direction and effects are excellent. Like we said, it's a strange one, and we liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Well, we watched some people doing strange things for the camera, which sees the things that we do not.
And I noticed at the beginning, well, and later too, she's looking at this footage of rituals.
It's basically
and
a
stuff
cult
going
doing
on.
a ritual of some sort.
I noticed, did you notice, the facial marking on one of the people in the film was the same that Ali had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same ritual. Yeah. She didn't make it up.
Yeah.
Well, we cut to Piper and Andy, step-siblings, and she's got weird eyes. She tries to make friends with some girls at the bus stop, but they make fun of her face. We soon learn that she's mostly blind. The two go home to find their father dead in the shower. He'd just finished his chemo treatments, and apparently something went wrong along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sudden death.
Yeah.
Well, the two kids get split up are told that they're going to be split up for foster care. Piper is going with Laura, but Laura's had trouble with troubled kids in the past, so she doesn't want to take in Andy.
But they insist they want to stick together.
All right, they'll try it for a trial basis, and we see that he's very protective of his younger sister. Well, they arrive at Laura's house, and she's very friendly and nice, although it's clear that she's more interested in Piper than Andy. Oh yeah, you get to sleep in the laundry room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Laura had a blind daughter, but she's dead now. They go outside and meet a very strange little boy, Ollie, who's mute and has an odd birthmark on his face. He's another one of the foster children, and Andy and Laura get off on the wrong footing right away. Later that night, Laura watches videos of the cult that we saw in the pre-credit sequence.
Trying to pick up tips.
Yeah, we also see that Andy has been traumatized by finding his dead father. And the next day, they go to the funeral, where Laura cuts off a bit of the dead man's hair and puts it in her pocket.
Well, that's not normal.
After the funeral, they all play a drinking game. And then they all, even Piper, who is very young, gets incredibly drunk.
That's not normal either.
Meanwhile, at home, Ollie breaks out of the house and tries to walk around the yard all bloody, trying to get into a locked shed.
Wonder what's in the shed.
Yeah, let's just stop there. We leave it on a mystery.
Yeah, and why is this Ollie so weird?
He is a weird one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it takes about 45 minutes before we get to anything truly unusual or horrific, but it does eventually get there. It is very slow-paced as we see more and more weirdness that just keeps on building up as the film progresses. The acting here is good all around, and the film is very visual, with lots of cool shots and interesting ways of filming things. For a long time, I thought it was going to be one of those "the monster was grief all along" films. But no, grief is only a part of it.
Grief does play a role, but it's not the main one.
Grief didn't kill anybody in this movie.
No.
Leave that to the experts.
It was real. Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe she was going a little too far for love. Maybe just a little.
Maybe just a little.
Yeah.
Well, you could go all the way to Japan and not find love, but you might find sharks. 2025's Hotspring Shark Attack, a.k.a. Onsen Shaku.
So take silly shark movie, dial up to 11.
And add Japan.
Yep.
You're going to get crazy here.
Yes.
Written and directed by Morihito Inoue, stars Daniel Aguilar, Shuichiro Akaboshi, and Takuya Fujimura. It's an hour and 10 minutes, so it's actually very short.
It seemed longer than that, but in a good way.
And I just got to tell you, go watch the trailer on this one. There's a link in the show notes. And if that trailer even remotely appeals to you, you will not be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. The trailer, yeah. The trailer gives you a good sense of what it is.
I suppose critically, I have to go with Bring Her Back as the best movie this week.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite movie of the week. This is something. It's every bit as stupid as you might think from the title, trailer, and poster. It's also very funny and a fun watch. It embraces the bad shark movie trope and dials it up to 11. Don't expect anything scary here, but it is worth the watch. It takes all the best parts of Sharknado and adds kaijus to it.
It's wonderful.
What happened?
Well, Atsumi, which is the Monaco of the East, is a fancy resort. And we watch a guy on a boat who tries to feed his ex-girlfriend to a CGI shark. But she's fine and hits him.
He pushes her in the water. She swims around for a little bit and then disappears. Suddenly, she's back on the boat.
Because a shark suddenly flies through the air and a muscly guy appears on deck.
Where'd he come from?
He is fighter of sharks, apparently. And then we cut to a woman in a jacuzzi who is attacked by a shark. And credits roll.
Well, that made no sense at all.
No, just like Japanese television. We hear more about Atsumi and the construction of the projects there. The chief of police isn't happy about the project. He's planning to retire next year, and it's all just so annoying.
He's too old for the... Oh, you know how that goes.
Yep. He goes out onto the beach, where there's another shark-eaten body that is washed up. And they find the keys to a local onsen, which is natural hot spring hot tubs. Surprisingly, the mayor wants to keep it all quiet.
Wait, the mayor in town wants to keep shark attacks quiet because of the tourism problem?
Don't want to mess up the tourism.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
Yeah. Now, by definition, is onsen, are they always natural ones, or is it just a hot tub?
An onsen is a hot spring.
A hot spring.
You've seen in the pictures
Naturally
of Japan where
fed.
they go out and like sit in a little hot, steamy pond.
Because some of them looked like hot tub basins.
I think some of them pump the hot water up and put them in regular old,
Okay.
industrial hot tubs.
Yeah.
So it's the water more than it's the source more than the water itself.
Well, to give you a little spoiler, these sharks, this ancient extinct species, which has come back with a vengeance, have especially squishy cartilage. So they can go through very small openings, and so they're popping up underground through these pipes.
They go right through the tubes.
And yep. Being inside is no place to hide. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we could probably just stop there.
We could.
Yeah, this is just insanely stupid and very good.
So they're trying to deal. This tourist town is under attack.
Yeah.
And they're trying to do a mix of fight the sharks and cover it up at the same time. The damage control is damaging, and it's funny and stupid, and yeah, we liked it.
Funniest and stupidest film we've seen in a while. It is almost a perfect live-action anime. You take all the stuff about anime that is over the top and ridiculous, and they're doing it here.
Yeah.
It picks on all the shark movie tropes as well as TV, Japanese TV, anime, and influencer culture. Everybody goes to these hot springs, has to have their camera with them.
Yeah, it draws a lot. When words gets out, of course, that there's shark attacks going on, the influencers start coming.
Yeah. That draws them in even more.
Yeah.
The special effects are ridiculously intentionally bad, which is a part of why it's so hilarious. They could have done much better. They chose not to.
Yeah.
The acting is way, way over the top as well. That guy that plays the chief of police, he's amazing. I want to see him in more things.
Yes.
Again, just watch the trailer. If it appeals to you, you will love this. Very possibly in my top 10 for the year.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to go that far. But
You're not even sure if it's the top 10 for the week, are you?
It was entertaining.
And it was just very funny. All right, one that I did not find particularly funny at all.
No, me neither.
1943's The Ape Man. Directed by William Bodine, written by Carl Brown and Barney Saraki, stars Bela Lugosi, Louise Curry, and Wallace Ford. Hour and 40 minutes.
4 minutes.
Hour and 4 minutes.
It's a short one.
Yeah, it was.
They get right to it.
They do. They don't waste no time. Well, a mad scientist falls victim to his own devices and gets stuck somewhere between gorilla and human. Tell you what, he looks like Bela Lugosi with sideburns.
Yep, Mennonite Bela
Lugosi, yes.
Yeah.
They've got a real ape in the lab, desperate plans involving murder, and police on the trail. How will these hijinks work out? We would say you should see it to find out. You'd probably be okay if you don't.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
It's not Bella's best work.
No. But to give you a little taste, a group of reporters talks about how tough their jobs are. The newspaper reports are that Dr. James Brewster has gone missing, and it seems suspicious. Dr. Randall is there at the docks to pick up Agatha, the missing doctor's sister. It was sister, wasn't it?
What? There was
Not wife?
I'm not really sure anymore.
Okay, you've got wife here, but I was thinking they were siblings.
I don't think it really matters.
Okay, I'm going to change this to sibling because Okay. Anyway, Carter, one of the reporters, thinks there might be a story in it. And sure enough, we go to the lab, and Dr. Randall knows exactly where Brewster is, and he tells Agatha that he'd be better off dead due to their recent discovery. Brewster experimented on himself, which is not a smart thing to do.
Never is.
He didn't have the antidote handy or even know what this stuff really does.
You want a horror movie?
Let's
shoot
shoot it
a horror
up.
Movie.
Yeah. Well, it was so successful that they haven't been able to reverse it.
Oops.
Yeah. The pair drive to the place where Brewster has been hiding, in a secret room in a country house. And in a cage is a big ape and also Brewster. Bela Lugosi, who has hair on his face like a gorilla, and he's kind of bent over, but he's mostly human. I mean, he seems to have most of his capacities, mental capacity, except why is he staying in the cage with the gorilla? Why?
Don't overthink. To make it because he's less than human now.
Because he's less than human now. But he wouldn't have to. He knows how to use silverware, and
he still works in the lab and does things.
Yeah, he's doing stuff in the lab trying to find a cure. Yeah. And, well, anyway, this was weird, too. Outside, a weirdo peeks in the window as the older doctor tells his story. Carter's photographer friend goes off to the war, and Billy Mason, a young woman, is his replacement.
Got to have the plucky young reporter woman.
Yep. Back at the lab, Agatha watches as Brewster injects himself with a news serum. But it doesn't work. Well, he tells Agatha there is a serum that would work, but Randall won't allow it.
That would be wrong.
Yes, well, there is a catch, because Randall explains he'd have to commit cold-blooded murder in order to get the spinal fluid that Brewster needs. It requires...
would it be wrong?
Oh,
but science.
But science. And I'm really tired of being this apey thing.
And you can see where this is going.
Can't we just do it this once?
Well, we get a lot of telling, not showing, in the opening scenes. Well, they explained a lot.
Yeah, they did.
It was successful enough that Return of the Ape Man came out the following year. I can't imagine anybody asked for that.
No.
But, as we said earlier, Lugosi looks more like a Mennonite than an ape man.
And they really do wrap things up pretty completely at this.
Yeah.
And I saw where the sequel really has very little to do with this movie.
More apes.
Yeah.
More man.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a little late to be complaining about the special effects.
Mm-hmm.
We never do find out why this guy named Zippo keeps staring in through the window of the lab.
Well, I think he was the comic trying to lighten the movie because it was kind of grim. And he was the storyteller. He was the author. And at the end, he has the message on the window.
He's the narrator or something, yeah.
Yeah, the clown, it seemed unnecessary.
It was dumb, yeah.
It was
unnecessary.
It just seemed dumb, but, maybe in 1943 we would have appreciated the humor of it more.
And, of course, the major question of this is, why is Brewster, who could still talk and work in the lab, why did he feel the need to sleep in a cage with a real gorilla?
Yeah, I don't know. And it clearly wasn't any, I was thinking, is that some kind of weird romance? But no, I think they were both males and not homosexual. And he was treating the gorilla like it was an animal.
Beating on it and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, as a slave animal. But, yeah, I don't know.
Just to show us that he was one of them now.
Yeah, I guess.
Which takes us to 1997's Cure.
I liked this one.
Not a cure for the Ape Man, though.
This one was cool.
Written and directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Stars Masato Hagiwara, Kohei Yakusho, and Tsuyoshi Ujiki. Hour and 51 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. Spoiler free, what happens?
Well, this was very atmospheric and kind of slow moving, but always fascinating. There's a cop on a quest to solve a murder case. That keeps getting stranger and more complicated as the movie progresses. It's dark and grim, with well-worn settings and peeling paint everywhere.
You always think of Japan as this clean, spotless
Clean,
place.
spotless, with lots of neon everywhere.
Well, not here.
This is not that. It's grim and dark and peeling and rusty. Yeah, perfect atmosphere for the story, though. We thought it was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a woman reads a story about Bluebeard the pirate to her doctor. We then cut to a man who breaks off a pipe and beats a woman to death with it. We then cut to Detective Takabe, who is called into the scene. The killer seems to have left his clothes, including his ID. The woman who was beaten with a pipe, but she died from having a big X cut into her throat, which made her bleed out. They soon find the man hiding outside the room, and he seems terrified. Takabe talks to the police psychologist, Dr. Sakuma. There have been 3 similar cases in 2 months. None of the perpetrators are connected in any way, and they all seem perfectly rational after the murders.
But they don't know why they did it. It just seemed like a good idea.
Well, a confused-seeming man on an isolated beach asks strange questions to another man. He doesn't know the date, where he is, or even who he is. He takes the man home and gives him coffee. Mamiya is written on his coat, so they assume he must be Mr. Mamiya.
But he doesn't remember.
Detective Takabe goes home and talks to his wife, Fumio. She's sick, but Takabe isn't sure how bad it is, or even if she's really sick. He sort of thinks she's a hypochondriac. Well, we watch a man jump out a window, and Takabe is called in to investigate. This was the man who found and helped Mr. Mamiya, what we saw earlier. He killed his own wife, and then tried to kill himself. But he'd always been very stable before, so what happened? Mr. Hanaoka, the man, survived the fall, but has no memory of why he killed his wife. It just seemed the natural thing to do. And the devil made him do it, says Sakuma.
That's not very scientific.
All right, so we got people killing their friends and family and stuff, and nobody, not even the killers, know why.
Except there's always an X connecting them.
Yeah.
And who is this Mr. Mamiya? He seems to be a connecting thread, too.
Well, this is very weird, slow, and ponderous. It starts off like a regular serial killer mystery from the detective's point of view, but as we see more and more from Mia's point of view, it gets more complicated. Hypnosis is overused in horror films, and usually not realistic at all. This one uses it as a central theme, but treats it in a more serious, less magical way. There's an expert on hypnosis who says, no, you can't do that. That's not the way that works.
And yet, here it is.
And yet
working.
it does.
Yeah.
And it's good. We don't get too much of an explanation, but enough that it mostly does make sense.
Yeah, I liked it. Kept reminding me at times of Seven a little bit.
Yeah?
And The Exorcist 3.
Whoa.
Legion.
Yeah.
Reminding me of that a little bit with unconnected murders happening. Something's connecting them, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Want to take a trip?
Yeah.
To the border?
Yeah.
Border 2018, directed by Ali Abbasi, written by John Ajvidi Lindquist, Ali Abbasi, and Isabella Eklof. Stars Ava Melander, Eero Milanoff, and Jorgen Thorson. You can tell from those names that this is from way up north.
Mm-hmm.
Hour and 50 minutes, trailer in the show notes. I had never heard of this, and I just saw this on a list somewhere and said, oh, that sounds weird.
I had not heard of it either, and it is great.
I liked it.
I liked it so much, yeah. Hey, there were several delightful ones this week.
Yeah,
this was a delightful
my sign
one.
of a horror movie is one that you're thinking about 3 days later.
Uh-huh.
And this one certainly qualifies.
And has some surprises in it.
Yeah.
This one did.
Spoiler free.
Well, it starts with a strange-looking custom officer who is very good at her job. Literally sniffing out when people are smuggling and up to bad things. And she's not hideous, like, deformed.
She's no Ape Man.
Very thick features, almost Neanderthal in her features. It's a talent that her coworkers and soon the police take seriously. She really can sniff things out. But things get more complicated as we gradually learn who she is. She gradually learns who she really is. And she gets mixed up with a guy who looks as strange as she does and has the same abilities. You can actually see them on the poster. This was excellent. It's well made and unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if the audio is going crazy right now, we've got a major rainstorm going on overhead.
Yep.
It's getting kind of loud.
Yep.
Well, Tina is a very unattractive border guard. Like you said, she looks almost cavemanish.
Mm-hmm.
She checks bags at the Swedish air. I guess it's just a boat port.
Yeah, boat port, not a airplane port.
Well,
but it's still an international border.
Yeah. She busts a young guy for smuggling alcohol into the country, and credits roll. Okay, she's weird looking, but nothing more than that.
Effective.
She drives home to her cabin in the woods, and the dogs there don't like her. She goes for a walk in the woods, barefoot, and the fox watches her.
Other animals like her, but not dogs.
Her boyfriend Roland raises what he calls muscular dogs.
Not fighting dogs.
Oh, they're pit bulls.
Yeah, they totally are.
He doesn't like it when people call them fighting dogs.
They're bred for fighting, yeah.
At work, Tina sniffs the crowd and calls one man aside. They don't find anything in the man's bag, but she insists on smelling his phone. He's hiding a memory card inside, and the man freaks out before being arrested.
Yeah, so it's even stuff like that she can smell.
Yeah, she's not smelling like drugs.
Yeah, not just drugs or booze.
A plastic memory card full of child porn. What does that smell like?
And she can smell that on him, or, Hi. We have a guest appearance.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah. Later, she smells another passenger, and he looks a lot like she does, but she lets him pass. That afternoon, she goes to the nursing home to visit her father, and it takes him a minute to remember her name. And he worries that Roland is taking advantage of her, which he clearly is.
Yeah, I think so.
That night, at home, she goes outside to the woods and pets a wild moose behind her house. And I don't think you can do that.
That's not normal.
That's not normal.
And at that point, I said, "Hey, there's more to her than we're seeing, or more than she's aware of, even."
The boss, Agneta, calls in Tina and wants to know how she sniffed out the memory card full of child porn from that guy yesterday. She admits that she can just sense these things. I smelled it on him. Shame, guilt, rage, and other things. Agneta is a high-ranking police officer, and she's a little skeptical about the smelling thing, but she gives Tina a new assignment to help them locate the pedophile apartment.
See, and I think it's interesting how we jumped into this point of her story too, because she's well established at the job.
Yeah.
They know that
this isn't a sudden power that
they
she's
know
gained.
when she says something's up. They say, "Yep, let's look."
And that, I think, is one of the more interesting parts of it. Her partner, he's like, "Yep, we'll do what she says."
Yeah,
the boss
whatever.
is like, "Yep, we'll do what she says."
Yep,
She
what-
knows she's always right.
It's weird, but it works.
Then we cut to Vor, that creepy man that Tina let through yesterday. He passes her again today. She insists that he has something on him, and her coworkers know better than to argue. During the more thorough search, they learn that Vor is female. He has a vagina, beard notwithstanding. He's got a scar on his tailbone, and we saw in a previous scene that Tina has one as well.
So he's bigger than her and has a beard, and yet when they did yeah, things are a little mixed up down below.
Yeah. Well, they don't find anything on Vor, but the two look very similar. There's almost an animal attraction between them. And then Vor leaves. Tina asks her father about her scar on her back, and he says she fell on a rock as a little girl. She doesn't remember it, but she doubts the story. In the daytime, she tracks down Vor, who feeds her a maggot. She tries it. She takes him home, and the dogs don't like him either. Still, they shut up when he growls at them. Or was it more of a roar?
Mm-hmm.
Roland is not pleased to meet Vor, who's going to be staying in their guest house. Vor kisses Tina, and she's not sure what to make of it.
Romance is blooming.
Yeah. And it gets... That sounds pretty interesting so far, but it gets weird.
It does, yeah. Mighty strange.
And it took hours in the makeup chair to get Tina's makeup on. The prosthetics here are really convincing.
Yeah, that's a note I had too. It was very lifelike.
In the beginning, we couldn't tell which actor was playing what because they were so heavily covered over.
Yeah, and it's very realistic looking.
She definitely looks like a Neanderthal or something from the very first scene. You know, like Geico people or something.
Yeah, but then you can recognize Vor is of her people too.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, we also see that she's got a very close affinity with animals. Obviously, she's not quite human or something, but the rest of the movie is about us learning the rest of the story. And we all already mentioned how Tina's coworkers had seen her write so many times that they don't even question her anymore. Mm-hmm. It's very different, interesting, and engaging all the way through. Very entertaining.
Yes, it was.
It's my third number one favorite this week.
Oh, it's hard to pick my favorite of the week.
I thought the Ape Man kind of sucked. The rest have all been really good.
Yeah, it was a 4 out of 5 for sure. Yeah.
All right, it's time for short films. Where do we begin?
Short with the social media presence.
Social media I've got a social media presence. You got a social media presence?
I do.
Not like these people.
Oh, just like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
2025 social media presence. Written and directed by Paul Davis. Stars Natalie Clark, Amanda Grieg, and A.J. Moorhead. 10 minutes, 30 seconds, and you can watch this one on YouTube. And we watch Katie, an influencer, go about her day photographing, commenting, tagging everything she does on her phone. One day she gets a new follower, an account that only follows her. And then the gifts start arriving.
It's
at home.
It's Katie Fan.
Yes, Katie Fan 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it should be a public service video about turning your location services off.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah, it is really well done. There's just one line of dialogue, just comments and such on the Instagram post, and we're pretty clear all along about what's going on, but poor Katie is the last to know.
It's a cautionary tale.
Looks great, well shot, well paced, and the acting is excellent, and it's a good use of music, too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. We All Belong to the Tower from 2023.
Now, this one impressed me so much because there's nothing to it. No
special effects.
It's a real tower. There's some big ornate tower somewhere that they used. It's probably just a tourist attraction or in a park or something, but they used it completely ominously here. And it's some things on TV, public service warnings and people talking, and that's all.
Yeah.
It's so simple, and yet it's so well done.
It's like they saw this tower down the street for the church or the
And
university
said,
or something.
Hey,
we
that
could make a
be
story out of
scary.
that.
We could make that creepy.
Written and directed by Justin Weeble. Stars Harley Renault, Logan Cobbs, and Kevin Kedgley. 9 minutes, YouTube. And what happens?
Well, Caitlin's father gets an emergency call from work, but he's an architect. How can
an architect get an emergency?
And that's what she literally asked the girl. Like, what? What kind of emergency? Well, at school, all the teachers turn on the news, which is reporting about a strange new tower that appeared in town overnight.
It just showed up.
Yeah. People start reacting strangely to the news, even right there in class. And that evening, Caitlin's father, the emergency was that he was called to look at the tower. And he seems really rattled. What could be going on?
We got to leave town right now.
Yeah.
It's a really low-budget short that tells a good story with very little explanation or no special effects at all. There's a tall building, and there are reactions to the building. At the end, we don't get any real answers to what it is, but we do know that it's not good. The video is good, though.
The short is good. Yeah, the situation is not. Yeah.
And the next one should win a prize for the title alone. It's from 2023. The Gourd, the Brad, and the Ghostly. What?
What a title.
The Gourd, the Brad, and the Ghostly.
I think I'm going to go with this as my favorite of the shorts. Although it's hard to decide because
nope, I got a different one.
There were good ones. Yeah.
Directed by Gillian Turwedo Malsbury, written by Rob Knoll and Annie McGrath, stars David J. Castillo and Alistair Latham. 8.5-ish minutes, and it's also on YouTube. What happens?
Well, Doug has put a lot of time into his jack-o'-lantern this Halloween, and it looks great sitting on the windowsill until it falls off, 29 stories up. He looks out the window, and the pumpkin has splattered, and it looks like it may have killed a man down there who's laying on the sidewalk. Whoops. And so he rushes to the elevator, and it's a very long ride down in the elevator. It takes a long time.
There's a Halloween party,
and
people are coming and going, and it's crazy.
Yeah, costumes, and yeah, it's...
Yeah, it's really great.
His acting in this.
He goes from happy to terrified to relieved to terrified again, and he's very convincing all the way through. All the weirdos with the Halloween party are especially good. The ending, maybe not what he deserved, but it's hilarious.
It's excellent. Yeah.
Check the popcorn.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, my favorite. Right. Yeah.
Another good one is also from 2023. Robbie Ain't Right No More.
That's right, he's not.
Written and directed by Kyle Parrott, stars Madeline McGraw, Jaden Cal, and Jason Davis. 18 minutes, so it's the long one of the bunch, and it is also available right now on YouTube. And in this case, the family has a get-together for Robbie, who's just home from the war. Vern, the father, warns young Sarah that Robbie saw some action over there. He's just not like he used to be. They all sit down for dinner, and the conversation goes awkwardly. What happened to Robbie over there? It's not what everyone assumes.
No, it's worse than that.
Now, you know somebody with PTSD, or you've seen a TV show where the guy's got PTSD after the war, and you know how that works.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like that, but it's not that.
It's not that, yeah.
It's good. It's very dark, visually dark at the end, but we see enough to know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
The family dinner seems very realistic. We've all got that one relative who doesn't know when to shut up when things start getting tense. And this one had a good touch of science fiction. I like this one a lot.
Mm-hmm. They were all good ones this week.
I'm thinking if your family doesn't have somebody like that, it's probably you.
Oh.
Is that the way that works?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now this one.
My favorite of the week.
For title. This is titled, Every Time We Meet for Ice Cream, Your Whole Effing Face Explodes.
The actual official title has the whole word spelled out, though.
Okay, yes, and here it is censored with an asterisk instead of the U.
Because Apple wants a family-friendly podcast.
That's right.
Directed by Anthony Cousins, written by him, and also Carlton Mellick III. Stars Arden McCallick, Logan Schuneman, and Alexander Makuda. 7 minutes, and it is also on YouTube. Yeah, that poster looks about right.
Mm-hmm. It does, yeah.
Well, a boy on the school bus gets bullied regularly. At least until a new, funny-looking girl arrives in town. He wants to be friends and asks her out for ice cream. Their first date goes strangely. It's a messy date.
It is, yeah.
He's not deterred, however.
It's right there in the title.
It is.
And it's an ice cream date.
Yep. Could this be a lasting relationship?
It could be. They found each other.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's retro without getting crazy about it.
The colors were really,
the colors are
really
something,
effectively used, yeah.
The bullying seems to be at a realistic level. They don't get too crazy with it, but it's realistic.
Uh-huh.
And the two main characters act believably, except for one small issue.
Maybe a major issue.
You read the title.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. The acting is perfect, and it's got a fun resolution. I thought this one was excellent.
Uh-huh. Yeah. A winner on the shorts for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, next week, we will have, believe it or not,
more movies and shorts.
5 and 5 again.
All right.
All right. Until then, I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
Stop in over at horrorguys.com, horrorweekly.com to sign up for the weekly free newsletter, and Horror Monthly to pick up the magazine.
Okay,
See you
I'll do that.
next week.
See ya.